Okay, I want to explain something. I've always felt that I have like two minds. One is very creative on the one hand, and it really is able to draw things in from the outside, okay? The other is very practical. And the creative mind could get me into trouble because it's really out there. But the practical mind kicks in all the time to protect me. And I'll just tell you where I believe it has come from in my instance. When I was young, my family moved often. And I'd live a year and a half, 2 years here, then we'd move there. And it causes you to look outside the box. And the reason being that in order to understand where you are and what's going on, you have to be inquisitive, you have to learn. Now, I specifically remember when we moved from Long Island, New York to Ohio, Massillon, Ohio. I was in the middle of the 8th grade, and we lived in a residential neighborhood, and I walked to school every morning early, and I'd go maybe 2 or 3 heavily residential streets, and then I was on the main street. And there were little shops and stores that are closed that early in the morning, but I would be walking along and look in the windows. And as I'm looking in the windows, I'm deliberately learning. I'm seeing, there are differences even in little shops from Long Island, New York to where I was at Massillon, Ohio. So that's how you adapt, that's how you learn. But 2 things struck me at the time. First was that I was doing this and that it was obvious. People knew I did that. Not everybody, but it would come up. And the other thing that was evident to me is that the other kids I knew in school didn't have to do that. They were already there for 14, 15 years. They knew the owners of the stores, they knew the stores, they knew the terrain, and that was just how it was. Well, I believe that I always used the method of looking, inquiring, asking things that other people really sort of kind of know, or they know most of it, so they don't really want to proceed any further. And I don't. I have to ask, and I have to look and notice. It's conspicuous. And then the other side kicks in. People ask me, why are you looking in there? Why are you asking these questions? What do you want to know for? And so my practical mind became very used to kicking in and saving me.